All right, another chapter, or geez, I'm terrible at remembering things. Video about the Radpherd, and this is from I'm Not Childish. I'm at a higher level of immaturity. So this is the first thing I want you to see. The Radpherd is now setting on its own suspension. I have everything welded in place partially. It looks all good to me anyway. I'll show you some of the unique things that maybe wasn't visible before. We'll go over them a little bit here. First, the suspension pivots around the frame. All right. Secondly, the A-frames are now diamond plate. And this is one of the major reasons I didn't have a video up to now. This just caused me a lot of problems, and while it was causing me problems, I also had obligations to others. I bent a circle in the center and a brace in the back. As much for looks as anything. I shouldn't say it that way because I'm sure they add a lot of stiffness, but the way I did it, that's the way I should word it. The way I did it is by bending a loop and welding it in there. So now we actually have it sitting with its spindles on, and of course the wheels and tires that are going to go with it. Next, I got the shocks, coilovers actually, mounted. Now, this little doohickey at the bottom here that holds it is, for the most part, just appearance. But it does move the pivot point out over top of the ring. So you could kind of say it needs to reach out there like that. But there were plenty of other ways. These shocks are from AFCO, AFCO, and they're really a racing shock. They're adjustable in one direction, and that's that feature right there. Of course, I can put any spring tension on there that I want. Right now, this is fairly light, so I don't know whether this will be the final or not for it. And just to let you know, they're $300 a piece. So I wouldn't be real anxious to go out and buy them. But the friend I had advised me to buy these. He was sure that I wouldn't have problems, and that is important to me. Plus, even though they're $300 a piece, they were on sale for $270. So all four shocks saved me $120. The back shocks are actually longer as well. Now I'll just get a view here of the whole thing. And I'm quite pleased with the way it looks. Remember, this bar here and these here won't be there at all. They're just temporary, just to tie things together. These pieces that go along here may change as well. You might notice that there's something missing. And I'll view it, but I won't tell you what it is. And just here you go. The original power steering using the hydraulic pump, and I'm not even sure what you call that type of system. It's a ball and screw. I know that in the steering box, but now it's electric rack and pinion. as I was going along with this, believe it or not, this is what I was thinking rack and pinion that was power operated, but I didn't know you could buy it as a unit. I was thinking about this originally, but then it became obvious that I could use the original steering for this project. But there became an issue that I just wasn't confident I could solve any other way than this. And this I just happened to run across, and yeah, it's going to make life a lot easier. But these are the kind of plans that kind of hit you in the wallet. This is with the modification they gave me to tilt the electric motor the way it is. That's $2,500 sitting there. So, not an easy pill to swallow. But I know in the end it's going to give me more clearance around the engine. And it means I have one less auxiliary drive that I have to have on the front of that flathead motor, which is kind of important because of the space and where it's going to sit in the frame. I'm sure I could have gotten them all on there, but I didn't like the way it was going to look. So this was a solution. It even is adjustable as to how much power you get from it. The power steering will actually work even when the engine is off because it's electric. Now, of course, you wouldn't normally leave it on, but you can turn it. You can leave the power to it when necessary. And since you can turn the power up and down, you can use a higher power for parking and a lower power when you're driving, so you feel like you're more in control of the road. And as you can see there, it's EPAS. Don't ask me what it stands for. Electric Power Assist Steering. I'm almost willing to bet that's what it means. Appears it's a good company. I'm happy with their assistance because originally I bought it from Jegs, but they didn't tell me that there were different models or anything like that. And when I got it, the motor was sitting over here, and so it was going to be right underneath of the engine, and I couldn't have that. So now you see how it's basically going to sit. I can't commit to that till I get the chassis up to the body and get them put together and get the engine in place, and then I'll be able to figure out exactly where it's going to bolt up. So I guess that's it for now. Sorry it took so long, but I was working on it all the time. I just didn't see what was worth showing a video of because there wasn't enough change that was visible, even though I was racking my brain about the A-arms and trying to figure out how I was going to connect the shocks. But in the end, it looks like it all came out looking pretty good. I'm happy with it, and I should be showing you a video real shortly on the cab as well, because that finally got some change worth showing. So, see ya.